Eliot Roth of Consumer Insights at 2025 Penfield Road. This is a June 13th, 2019 letter I sent to Todd K. Baxter. I'll read it. Todd K. Baxter, Sheriff, 955 Panorama Trail South, Rochester, New York, 14625. Attached is a Freedom of Information Law document with this language, quote, the cost of a surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars by Monroe County Sheriff Todd K. Baxter and affixed to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor if Christopher Chichester of 26 Sanders Farm Drive walks through the parking lot next to the building, end quote. So, Eliot, who works at 2025 Penfield Road? You, baby. And I'm going to remind you of your participation, along with your whack job colleague Nancy Dooley, of this disgusting, vile, nauseating assault on my life by Sheriff Baxter and Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah. So I leave my house earlier this year to walk through the parking lot for the 4,000th time. 4,000 times. And as I begin to walk through the parking lot, you, Eliot, are outside your building. And you got this oddball look on your face. And I'm about to walk by you, and you start to say to me you're going to be arrested. And I have no idea what you're talking about. I think that you're mentally ill. All I'm doing is walking through the parking lot for the 4,000th time. So I continue to walk by you. Now, the reason why you said this to me, Eliot, is you know that surveillance device was affixed to your building at 2025 Penfield Road by Sheriff Stooge Todd K. Baxter and his fellow fucking fanatics. You know that, Eliot. And it does not occur to you that this is going to be a descent on my life. It does not occur to you that this is extremism. It does not occur to you that this is a disgusting, vile, inhumane way to treat a human being. All I'm doing is walking through a parking lot. So, what I did is, I wrote a Freedom of Information Law request on July 6, 2019. This is over 2 months ago. And I sent it registered mail return receipt to Sheriff Todd Baxter. And here it is, Eliot, baby. There it is right there. And I'm going to read the language. Quote, the cost of a surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars by Monroe County Sheriff Todd K. Baxter and affixed to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor if Christopher Chichester at 26 Sanders Farm Drive walks through the parking lot next to the building. July 6th. No response from Sheriff Baxter. So, no response. This is July 13th. I'll read the language. Quote, Freedom of Information Law. And the key word, Todd Baxter, W. Tadeo, Michael Radler, S.L. Birdie, and Kathleen Miller. I'm going to tell you for your bosses, law. You see that there in the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? Law. It's a key word. Quote, cost of a surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars by Monroe County Sheriff Todd K. Baxter and fixed to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor Christopher Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, walks through the parking lot next to the building. No response. So then, on September 12th, there it is, September 12th, Freedom of Information Law request. I'll read it. Cost of a surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars by Monroe County Sheriff Todd K. Baxter and affixed to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor Christopher Chichester at 26 Sanders Farm Drive walks through the parking lot next to the building, end quote. So, I didn't get a response, and I also sent him, in addition to July 6th, July 13th, and September 12th. There's also June 13th. Taxes and Freedom of Information Law document this language. The cost of a surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars by Monroe County Sheriff Todd K. Baxter and affixed to a building in 2025 Penfield Road to monitor Christopher Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, walks through the parking lot next to the building, end quote. And then I wrote to him, do you understand this language? Todd, the fascist stooge. Do you get it in your pathetic Orwellian universe? Is your fascist stooge cranium able to process its simplicity? A whack job sheriff forces an innocent citizen to write such language. A whack job like you, Todd, the fascist stooge. So, what I want to know, Eliot, is how come you don't believe that This is an insane way to treat another human being who's just walking through a parking lot. Insane is the right word. You're putting a surveillance device on a building for only me. So I went to the fireworks at Harris Whalen Park on June 30th. And it was a wonderful time. And I loved being there. And on the way back from the fireworks at Harris Whalen Park on June 30th, everybody's walking down Penfield Road. And you know where Penfield Road is because it's right there that I'm pointing to. And your building is right there on Penfield Road. People walking down the sidewalk after the fireworks. There's about 200 people right around me. And I see 200 people walk through this parking lot. And I kept walking down the sidewalk because I'm the only New Yorker in the state of 17.9 million that inflames these disgusting whack jobs, Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah. I'm going to tell you about the first time I met Neeraj Shah because my dentist, Dr. Gloria Nichols, went down here at Penfield Road. She has a practice down in another place of business, another house. And that's when whack jobs, Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah moved into the building over here at 2041 Penfield Road. And I'm walking through the parking lot one day for the 4,000th time, and I'm walking through it here from Penfield Road this way toward my house, and from behind me, I hear this screaming, and I don't know what the hell the problem is. I turn around, and there's Neeraj Shah going berserk, totally losing it in his car. He's doing the full Mel Gibson in his car screaming. So I don't know what the hell his problem is. And I go up to him, and I say to him, what the hell's your problem? Well, this is when, after he screamed at me from walking through the parking lot, this is when he goes to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and goes berserk. And that's when that device was affixed to your building after Shah went berserk in his car, and then the Sheriff's Office affixed that device to your building. So I'll ask you again, Eliot, why is this not the whack job lunatic fringe to you? Tell me. You got my email, because I really want to know. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened? Because here comes the toothless grass cutter from Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care. And they're setting me up. Because here he comes down here in front of my house, and Sean don't own that land. They just like to enter the property here and get to the land over here next to my house. And they don't own that land either. You know why? Because they don't have a title. They don't have the documentation. And the town of Penfield and the county of Monroe can't confirm that they own that land alongside or behind my house. They own nothing. So anyway, I don't want these parasites to be here from Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care. It's that simple. So here he comes, the toothless grass cutter down here. I walk outside, and I'm on the video. That's affixed to 2025 Penfield Road. They can see me on the video. That video is for me. So I'm outside for 30 seconds, and I tell this toothless loser, you're cutting grass every day that Sean don't own because, they're here at 7 o'clock in the morning, or they're here at 7 p.m. on Sunday. They were here on Easter Sunday. So if you believe in the Fifth Amendment right to property, like I do, and you believe in the Constitution of the United States, you shouldn't be on land that you don't own and don't have ownership for. It's that simple. Well, this is when Steve Desmond of Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care, because I'm looking right at him, he's following the toothless grass cutter, and he knows I'm coming out of my house. And Desmond gets on his phone to call the Monroe County Sheriff's Office at Panamera Trail down there. So I go back in my house, I sit down on my couch, and a half hour later, I see Deputy Fascist Stoudgemire run into my backyard. She crash lands on her dirt. There she is laying in my backyard dirt, this whack job. She can't even stay on her 2 feet. Todd K. Baxter is such an incompetent dunce that he can't even hire individuals to stay upright when they're abridging my civil and constitutional rights. So after I see this Deputy Fascist Stoudgemire laying in my backyard dirt, I hear this pounding on my door. I don't know what that is. And I go to the door, and there are six deputy whack jobs from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office outside. 6 of these people. And I don't know why they're here. So they say to me, the one guy, the sergeant, we just want to talk to you outside, and that's a lie. So the first language I hear from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office is a lie, because they're here to violate, to abridge my civil and constitutional rights with this disgusting arrest. So I come outside. They just want to talk to me. And they're asking me about the grass cutter, and I don't know why. And as I'm walking toward Sanders Farm Drive, where I live, to point to the spot where I'm standing, I'm surrounded by these 6 fanatics, and that's where they affix the handcuffs. So what do you think about that? What would you think if that happened to you, Eliot? What would you think if that happened to one of your family members? What would you think if that happened to a friend of yours? What would you think if something like that happened in your life? Would that matter? Would it be relevant? Would you think that that person's civil and constitutional rights have been trampled? So, anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that. And you're just perfectly fine with that surveillance device being on top of that building. And you're just perfectly fine with the fact that I'm the only New Yorker out of 17.9 million that can't walk through the parking lot. So, this is also what I want to tell you, Eliot, about your neighbor, this repulsive Layla Kumar Shah, is that I've never met this woman. And there's an order of protection against me, against her for trespass. Now, this is a 71-year-old woman that I have never met. And there's an order of protection against me, and it's signed by John P. Lomenzo Jr. And John P. Lomenzo Jr. is right down there in Bad Road. You can leave your building and walk over to Bad Road. And it's in a library. I'm going to tell you about that library. Because my girlfriend Laura, when we moved here in 2012, she was hired by the Penfield Public Library. And I would occasionally walk over to the library to see Laura. And I've been over to the library about 10 times. It's not a lot. And what I don't know is that even though Laura works there, I don't know that at the end of the hall is Penfield Town Court. And I do not know that John P. Lomenzo Jr. is at the end of the hall there in Penfield Town Court. And once I found that out, that I had to go to Penfield Town Court, this is a town court in a library. Once I found that out, I was just astonished at the lack of respect that the government in Monroe County has for Penfield Town Court to just stick it in a library. So anyway, I have to go to Penfield Town Court, and I have to appear before John Lomenzo because they arrested me in this vile display for just standing there in the corner of a parking lot for telling this toothless grass cutter, Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care, and they cut your grass too, that they're alongside my house and they shouldn't be here. That's all I did. I was outside for 30 seconds and these six fanatics descended on me. So, what I want to tell you, Eliot, is that your neighbor, Layla Kumar Shah, is just perfectly fine with this order of protection against me, and I have never met her. So, that's what I want to tell you. Now, also along Penfield Road, used to be a business called PW Fitness, and I would work out at PW Fitness at this gym in Penfield Road. So I'm at the back of the gym one day, and I'm doing 3 sets of 10 on the bench press, and I'm wearing my shirt that I'm wearing right now, my United States of America tank top, this exact shirt with the flag on it. Now, I love to wear this flag shirt because I want to remind Sheriff Todd K. Baxter that he doesn't live in the United States of America. And I want to remind Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah that they don't live in the United States of America either. So that's why I'm wearing this flag shirt here for Sheriff Todd Baxter and this disgusting, repulsive Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah. So anyway, I'm at this gym, and I'm at the back, and I'm on the bench press. All I'm doing is 3 sets of 10. That's all I'm doing. This is ordinary as it gets at the gym. If you go to the gym, you know how ordinary it is. Well, if you go to the gym, you also know the gym has the gym psychopath. Every gym has the gym psychopath. Well, as I'm on the bench press, I finish the second repetition of 10. I sit up, and in front of me is Jermaine L. Benman. Now, I've seen this Benman maybe once before, I think. And he's standing in front of me, and I don't know what his problem is. And he motions from left to right with his hand like that, and I understand is to get the hell off the machine or else. Well, I'm not, because I'm right in the middle of 3 sets of 10. It's only going to take me 60 more seconds to be on the bench press. So I say to him, it's going to take 60 seconds to 30 seconds or whatever the language was, and I lean back down like this to continue the exercise because I'm already on the apparatus. Well, Benman, he doesn't want to wait, and he's probably inflamed. Not probably, he is inflamed that I just didn't get the hell off the machine. Well, Benman walks over, he straddles me, he puts his left leg over near my left leg, and his right leg over my right leg, and he straddles me, and I'm beginning to rise up to ask him what the hell's he doing, and he punches down like this. His fist lands on the side of my face, my head snaps back like this, and my hand prevents me from crash landing on the floor. So, as I like to tell my friends and family members, I now know that I can take a punch like Muhammad Ali against George Foreman in Kinshasa, Zaire. And if you know anything about that fight, Ali was supposed to get obliterated and knocked out because Foreman was the most dangerous fighter in the world. So that's my joke that I say, and I try to make light of it, even though it's a situation, because I can't be consumed by this disgusting assault on my life 24/7. So anyway, the reason why I'm telling you this, Eliot, is that I go outside with Benman because Deputy Andrew Reale arrives. I'm going to tell you how I'm charged with the crime, even though I'm attacked. I'm going to tell you how the Monroe County Sheriff's Office operates. And I'm telling you this, Eliot, because they have fixed that surveillance device to that building that you have no problem with at all. So I go outside, and Andrew Reale puts me in his vehicle, and I'm sitting in the vehicle. And then he walks with Benman around to the front of the vehicle, and he's talking to Benman, and he's talking to Ben because he's coaching Benman what to say to me. So as I'm sitting in the vehicle, Andrew Reale walks Jermaine L. Benman around to the side of the vehicle, and Jermaine L. Benman says to me, quote, "I want to press charges against you," end quote. And that is how I am charged with harassment second. That's how it works with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. That's how they charge you with harassment second. Now, the word harassment, as you undoubtedly know, is a nauseating word because nobody in the United States of America anywhere deserves to be harassed. And this is how I'm charged by Andrew Reale. So he hands me a ticket for harassment second. I told him he was a disgrace. So now I have to appear in Penfield Town Court. And Benman does too. So this is what happens, Eliot. 2 weeks later, I appear in Penfield Town Court before John P. Lomenzo Jr. And as I walk into this library courtroom, I'm at the podium, and I'm looking at John P. Lomenzo Jr., and I look over at the prosecutor from the Monroe County District Attorney's Office, and she says nothing. She's at the podium. She says nothing because she has nothing. She has no case because I haven't committed any crime because I was attacked by this violent thug, Jermaine L. Benman. So the prosecutor, not one word, not a sound, not a syllable, nothing from her. Well, the proceeding ends, and I go in the back. And now what I don't know is that Andrew Reale in the Monroe County Sheriff's Office already decided to arrest me before I got there. And do you know why I know that? Because when I got in the back, they put the handcuffs and leg irons on me. And Andrew Reale says to me, "We decided to arrest you before you came here." So he knows how he charges me, Andrew Reale. He knows I'm charged sitting in a car. He knows he marched Benman around to the side of the vehicle. He knows that harassment second is his disgusting creation and concoction. He knows all this, Andrew Reale, and he's just fine with the violation of my civil and constitutional rights. So what happens is that the handcuffs and leg irons go on me, and I'm taken to Monroe County Jail, right from the library where Laura used to work, my girlfriend, who's beautiful and perfect in every way. So anyway, all right. So I'm at this jail for 4 weeks, and I'm there with a guy at Monroe County Jail who murdered his neighbor, and his picture is in the Democrat Chronicle, and I'm having breakfast, lunch, and dinner next to these violent criminals in Monroe County Jail. And I'm there with another guy who bragged about beating up his girlfriend. I'm there with a guy who was a rapist, and he talked about how he committed this rape. And I would go to sleep at night, and I'm in this jail cell, and I would look up at the top of the second floor, and there would be these inmates speaking in Spanish. And I don't speak Spanish. And I asked the inmate next to me who does speak Spanish, what are they talking about? And he told me that these inmates at Monroe County Jail that I'm in there with as an innocent man are gang members. And what they're doing is they're speaking in Spanish and they're talking about the crimes that they committed to get in there and the crimes they want to commit when they get out. So as I'm in Monroe County Jail, I keep saying, how long am I going to be here? Because I don't know what my sentence is. And I kept saying to them at Monroe County Jail, what is my sentence? And no one is able to give me an answer. I am not given an answer. They just put the handcuffs and leg irons on me and took me to Monroe County Jail. So I'm telling you this, Eliot, because I hope this doesn't happen to you.